As I was saying,
Hang on.
fucking toy. God damn it.
She gives and she takes.
That's true.
It's your moment of zen. I could mute this.
I don't
There we go.
even
Okay.
hear it right now.
Yeah, it's gone now. Yeah, we're good.
Is This a Ghost is sponsored by Pickney Bend Distillery. It's been, I don't know, it's been a couple days since Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
depending on when you're listening to this.
Yep.
And you either did or did not do a good Christmas by buying Pickney Bend whiskey or gin.
Mm-hmm. And you either had a good or bad Christmas, depending on whether you received Pinckney Bend
That's right.
whiskey or gin.
That's right. And it's too late. We don't have a time machine, so we cannot help this Christmas, but we can help you for
Yep.
next Christmas. Look, now here's good news for you, friends. Regardless of how your Christmas went, you have almost one exact year to figure out how to get other people and or yourself some or more Pickney Bend alcohol.
Lots of options here.
That's right.
And it doesn't go bad. That's the thing.
That's right.
There's no shelf life. It gets better with age.
It only gets better for sure.
It could only get better.
I can't get worse. And so you can go to, is that what sponsors like to hear? So if you can go right now to pinkneybend.com, pickneybend.com, go check out what they have. If you're able to go to New Haven, Missouri, go buy a bottle, buy a pack, buy a whole case of bottles. Pack is not the right word, but case is right. Get a whole
Tara's
case
got
of
boxes.
Bottles.
She will give you a box.
And boxes.
Yeah.
They will give you. They will. Hey, listen, friends. They will give you. They won't tell you this on the website. They will give you so many boxes if you fill them with bottles. So go now. Don't walk. Run to Pickney Bend. Fill that box of bottles, and next year either they or you will have a very good Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever it is. I don't. And some of these may not love whiskey. I don't. This has gone off the rails. This has gotten bad all of a sudden. We're gonna get canceled. I don't. pinkneybend.com. Go check it out. And Patrick, any thoughts?
No, just make sure you're prepared for next year. Unlike this year.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Is This a Ghost? I'm Clayton Smith, and every week I tell a real ghost story from real history to my real friend Patrick Dean, who doesn't take it real seriously.
You're talking real fast too. What's going on?
It's been such a long night.
It's currently 11 o'clock Eastern right now. We're desperately trying to get a second episode recorded right now.
It's a special second episode. It's not just any second episode. It's a special one. We did tonight record. Go ahead.
No, it's a special episode because it's the last episode before we go to bed. That's the important thing.
Always, usually the one episode we record is the special episode. This time it's the second one. We spent, I'll be honest, way too long recording another episode before this one that's going to come out as Listener Flies next week in January about the Red Ghost of Arizona. But this episode is a special episode. We have stayed after to record it because, and here's why, it's a special episode because now that we have a staff of unpaid people, we don't want them working on Christmas or during the Christmas week. That is far beyond the pale.
It seems uncouth, really, honestly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we'd get letters, I think, from them specifically.
Yeah. Certified. Okay. Is there a tracking number in this letter? What the fuck?
That's right. And so what we've decided to do is start a new Christmas tradition here. This is an experiment. Now, the plan for this current episode is, because we don't want our editors to have to work this week, we are going, but we want you to have new content, listeners,
Yeah,
because we
you
love
deserve
you.
it, right?
You deserve it.
survived
You deserve
Christmas.
it. And the most frustrating thing is like we get to holidays and suddenly I have no podcast to listen to because everyone is taking the time off.
Because we're lazy fuckers, right?
They're lazy
But not
fuckers.
us. Not us.
Not us. Not us.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is like, how do we do an episode
Mm-hmm.
where editors don't have to work, but also we can give some new stuff, but also we don't have to work too hard.
Spoiler alert, it's just a live episode.
It is essentially a live episode and a ghosty. So here's the plan for tonight. And if this works out, which I can't imagine it will, we'll do this every year for Christmas, I think. Because it's a good idea in theory. Patrick and I are going to record. And again, we have already recorded a full, pretty long episode tonight. So this is our second episode. So we are deep in our cups. And with that said, we are going to record a special Christmas week episode that will be unedited completely.
Not for content.
Nope.
Not for length.
Nope.
Not for audible farting.
Not for girth. Not for anything. Not for the toilet that will certainly flush above Patrick's head any second now. Not for any of that. So
The raw experience right here.
as you dive into this episode, please know this is unedited because we don't want to bother our editors. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be weird. It's going to be wild. You're going to hear anything that we would normally cut. We're not going to cut. So it's a lot of pressure for us. And we have, again, been drinking, I don't know, a pretty substantial amount by this point because, again, we did record another episode before this one. So good luck to us all. I guess this is also worth noting. This is a ghosty. So we used to do ghosties for a while, which were short ghost episodes. So this will not be a long one. It'll be very short because we need that because this is our second one tonight and it's already going so badly. So it'll be a short episode. Apologize for that, but it's so that we can give our team and ourselves time off for the holidays. So Patrick, do you want to share anything before we dive into this? Again, I want to say I want to be very clear, unedited episode.
Yeah, again, this gift here, or this episode here is really a gift to exactly two people in this world. You know, we can't really afford gifts to Jeremy and Jen.
No.
Sorry, guys. But this episode is a gift, and everybody listening gets to basically experience all of the intense frustration that Jeremy and Jen have to experience every single week in editing our two dumbasses. So,
boy, and this is, again, just a short one. So take what you hear and triple it. And that's what they deal with every single week. Good point. All right, you ready? I'm ready. Just want to say again, Pat, I'm not editing this, so God, just okay.
Just please.
Okay.
Just please.
Just please. Here we go. This week's story brings us to Bramshill. It's either Bramshill or Bramshill. Bramshill.
Both of those things would have got cut up by Jeremy. So
Yep.
strike one.
One bullet point into the notes, and we are missing them greatly. This was a bad idea. Let's make them work on holidays from now on. Bramshill. Bramshill House in Hampshire, England. Now, Bramshill House is apparently very haunted, with as many as 14 individual ghosts haunting
precise number.
Hallowed halls. Yeah, it is very precise. But, you know, it's math. This is called science. I don't know if you engineers are into that sort of thing, but this is how many ghosts have been counted. That's how many ghosts there are.
I'm all for it.
Great. But this episode, this is our Christmas episode, I guess, even though Christmas was a couple days ago. This is Christmas.
Yeah.
And on Christmas, you zero in on as much holiday themed horror as you can. As I have always, it's always been my plan. And so we are going to talk about just one of those 14 ghosts today. The Mistletoe Bride.
The Mistletoe Bride. Okay.
And we'll talk about her right after this message. Hey, Pat, this episode of Business and Ghosts is brought to you and to everyone, really, by Smart Labels. Smart Labels they're back. They're back, baby. And they're
Just like us.
Just like us. And look, it's a few days after Christmas. You're gonna put away your Christmas stuff.
Mm-hmm. You're
Gonna
putting it
pack
off,
away.
admittedly. Like you're still sobering up from the eggnog.
Oh, it's
Let's
gonna be
admit.
at least 3 weeks before you take your
Yeah.
tree down. Now that's
Yeah.
a fire hazard. We don't love that,
Mhm.
but we understand it.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Mm.
We also will be doing that.
No judging zone, right?
No. Yeah,
Here.
Patrick,
Right.
you can't see it. Patrick's doing a rectangle with his fingers, which
Right, because it's not the judging zone.
that's the shape of the zone. So as you are when you do take down your decorations, you might also be thinking about your New Year's resolution. And maybe your New Year's resolution is about being more organized.
Mhm.
This is a great, I mean, I'll be honest, I cannot think of a better opportunity to start being more organized. And when you're taking down all your Christmas stuff that you were like, I don't know why we have all this. This is the time, friends. So when you are taking down your Christmas stuff, I don't know, next week or 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now, if you're my neighbor who left his lights up last year for just until Easter, it's
Welcome to Chicago.
unsettling.
But honestly, that is Chicago right there.
It is Chicago. That's true.
If every neighbor I had, they would take down all their shit on December 26th, and I would think, what a fucking bunch of humbugs, really. and then that year, it iced and snowed so bad on December 27th that I could not pry the lights off the house until Easter, and I thought,
and you were the guy who's like, well,
yeah,
okay. Now it's March, and I feel
Yeah.
real embarrassed because you can't not turn your lights on if they're up. You worked real hard to get them up there, so
I was still plugging them in, obviously.
Yeah, you got them plugged in through Valentine's Day and everything. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Whenever you take them down, you're going to put them in a box. And this is your chance to be organized. So you're going to use smart labels because they are so great. So you're going to go to Amazon.com. You're going to search smart labels, one word. You're going to find them, QR code stickers that go on your boxes. You buy them. They come to your house. You download the Smart Labels app. They work together. It's amazing. It truly is amazing. You put the stickers on your boxes. You scan the QR code into the app. You say, like, here's what the box is. Here's what's inside. Here's where I'll find it next year. Here's the box that I want to, quote unquote, accidentally disappear and never see again because they are loud toys and my children cannot be trusted with them anymore. And then that one is the one you set on fire. And smart labels will help you organize that. So if you, and Patrick's drinking to that, and if you are the kind of person who really wants to get organized and really want to start with your Christmas decorations or your holiday decorations of any sort, this is the time. And if you want additional details on how to set fire to some of those boxes that you don't want to see again, you can email Patrick at isthisaGhost@gmail.com. He'll send back some tips because he's pretty good at it. But until then, go to Amazon, go search Smart Labels, buy Smart Labels. They've been great. You will love them. They're going to help you knock out your goals. They'll help you find your stuff next year. Your future year is going to love it. Please do it. Patrick, any thoughts?
No, I mean, for once in your life, actually do one of your New Year's resolutions. So this would be the easy one. Spend a few bucks, get organized. Smart
What
labels.
a dream.
Indeed.
And we're back because no one is around to lay down music from Pooh Corner.
That's a shame. That's a shame. I want to read more Winnie the Pooh.
Well, we're unedited, but do you want me to find you a Pooh quote? I'll find you a Pooh quote.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
All right. Winnie the Pooh,
Winnie the Pooh.
Best quotes.
Best quotes? What like creepiest quotes?
Okay. Winnie
What does
the
that get
Pooh, creepiest quotes. Creepiest quotes sad is what I autofilled to.
Yes, please.
I don't feel good about that necessarily.
And thank you.
These aren't very creepy. These are like inspirational. What is this? Who is this Winnie the Pooh? What is what's his whole deal? Oh wait, here's scary quotes. Okay. Oh no, scary Pooh Bear gifts.
Oh.
Most of these are the horror movie.
Kind of getting off the rails.
Oh my god, there's a gif here of a non-Pooh teddy bear ripping its own face off. I don't like that you sent me down this rabbit hole.
Let's just go. We'll go.
I tried to do that. Just for the record. Jesus. Okay. Well, we're going to go. We're back, friends.
Not worse for wear, though.
One of us is. Okay. So back to our ghost. So Bramstill House was once the home of the Cope family.
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't sound very British, but COPE feels right. In the early 17th century, one of the daughters of Master Cope was set to be married to Lord Hugh Bethel on Christmas Day.
Oh, wow. A Christmas Day marriage.
A Christmas Day marriage.
Is that what they did before, like, movie theaters?
Yes.
Because, it's always been our tradition was...
What do we do?
Yeah. Did you know Die Hard 5 is out? Well, I guess we should go see that then. Or maybe perhaps we should marry a Bethel.
Yeah. Makes sense. So they have a wedding at the manor, which I have a photo to share with you.
Of the manor?
This is the manor.
God, what a boring manor. I mean, it's big.
Okay.
It's a boring manor. It looks...
Well, there's no landscaping.
No. I mean, there are moles. There are moles in the front yard, which they've not cleaned up.
It's embarrassing, right? Feels
really
embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Because the house itself is fine.
It's very good.
Gigantic.
Yes, I mean, very large.
And good. Very Downton Abbey-ish.
Yeah. Bit of a Downton Abbey feel to it, but the moles really just ruin the whole aesthetic.
Yeah. I mean, they need one gardener who would really spruce this place up. But
it's a shame, really.
It is a shame because it's again a nice looking house, Yeah. I don't know if it's nicer than my house, but
and someone is marrying into this family. It sounds like the Bethel.
Yes.
Okay.
So
despite the moles,
so I assume they have money and or moles, and because moles could be money. You want to you don't want to
everything's worth something.
That's exactly right. You don't want to not marry into the mole family because that mole family. That could be something you turn right into a real capital enterprise. So moles do a lot. Anyway, so Anne Cope is getting married on Christmas, and I did note here I do want to plant a flag in the ground. This is going to be contentious, possibly, but I'll just say it. Holiday weddings, I think, are an act of terrorism. Do you have any thoughts about this, Patrick?
I'm going to which one do I plead? Is it the fifth? I want to do that one.
Well, the fifth is one you plead if you don't want to incriminate yourself.
Yeah, so that's the one I want to do.
Okay, so since you've done that, I will incriminate you for you.
Appreciate it.
You had a Labor Day wedding.
No. Labor Day weekend wedding. I didn't get Labor Day. I didn't wear it on a fucking Monday, dude.
Okay, I'm sorry. You had a Labor Day Saturday wedding.
I was also informed by my brother-in-law that an important Mizzou game was also scheduled on that day that I should have known about.
There's a lot of other stuff that happens on holiday weekends, Pat. You fucking dick. But I will, if it helps, that's yours is not the worst case because I was very happy to spend Labor Day with you. And to be honest, it's nice because now I always know when your anniversary is. I had a friend,
Labor Day moves every year, right? Like that's, how that works.
Yeah. But like if I feel like if I can tell you like on the Saturday before the Monday, hey, happy anniversary, you're not going to be like, well, it's the wrong fucking date, you idiot. You're going to be like,
that's
oh,
what
wow,
I said
thank
last
you
year.
so much. Well, yeah, but you didn't mean it. And so it's pretty close.
It's the first. What are you talking about exactly?
Yeah. Well, you've never told me happy anniversary and you've been in 2 of my weddings. So it's...
I like you specifically said 2 of and not both of. Appreciate that.
Yeah, so go ahead and throw a stone, Glass House, but see where it lands.
You've been in several of my weddings, just so you know.
You don't know all of my stuff. You don't know my background. So I also had a friend who was a very good friend who I love a lot. She got married on New Year's Eve.
Ooh.
In Kansas City. I live in Chicago.
Sure, yeah.
I would love to
capital
spend
of the Midwest.
And that's right. And it's nothing against her. Love her very much. Love her husband very much. Love Kansas City fine. Not gonna fucking go to there for New. Like, what do you? That's my New Year's Eve. That's my time.
Exactly.
This was also when I didn't have a teaching job. Now I have 6 weeks of break in that area, and I'm like, I don't care. Who
And
cares?
it's all kind of gray from about December 1st through January 15th.
That's right. But
So,
at this point, it was like, I got 4 days. Come on. So, anyway, so you get it. So, anyway, Anne wakes up. Anne Cope.
what are you talking about?
The bride of this Christmas wedding, Anne Cope. So Anne
Yes.
Cope is marrying Lord Hugh Bethel. So Anne wakes up on Christmas Day, and I guess she chooses violence. It's like, I'm going to get married on Christmas. And she and Lord Hugh take their vows. They have a big feast. They do a toast. They do the whole wedding thing. And then at the end of the night, it's time to head to the bedchamber.
Oh, yeah.
You know
I
how
know indeed.
that goes.
To start removing some bustles. Start
To
moving
spend 1 hour unhooking things.
Let's start moving some muscles and removing some bustles.
I hate that we can't edit any of this out.
My time to shine, finally.
I wonder how many of your gems are left on the cutting room floor. But tonight, yes, you get to shine. On the way upstairs, and here's a quote from an article. Quote, the young bride suggested that her and her guests play a short game of hide and seek. Now, this marriage is doomed.
Yeah, obviously.
Because,
Yeah.
like,
You've clearly married a child.
yes.
That's not great.
You've done the whole wedding. You've done
Right.
the reception. You've done everything.
Right.
You're going
She's
to
clearly stalling. This is
Yes.
stalling. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is stalling. Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Wait, I have an idea.
Wait,
Do you
let's go to
wanna
Waffle House.
Let's
No,
go-
I don't want to go to Waffle House.
You want to do some ecto coolers in the backyard? That'd be fun, huh? So she says, let's play hide and seek. So this marriage is going nowhere. So Hugh must be thinking like, you gotta be kidding me. But she asks, she's like, yeah, we're doing it. And all the guests are like, yeah, we're drunk. Yeah. Let's have some fun. Let's do a game. So they're helping her out. And again, this is her house, so she knows the house very well. And she's like, okay, give me a 5-minute head start, then come find me. And she runs off.
Yeah, this is very suspicious. Like 5 minutes, that's a lot of a head start. That is,
it sure is.
That is like a
my 2-year-old
700-yard head start, something like that. That's very much. And I'm going to be in the next county by the time you stop counting. Type thing.
I give Ivy a 10-second head start, and she doesn't even know how to count to 10. And I find great places to hide.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag, but I am.
I'm out in the front yard.
Game.
I am down at the corner store. I am
in
pumping
the
gas
attic with the door locked behind me with a bottle of whiskey that I keep up there for emergencies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 minutes. I could be on the highway by then. It's honestly.
I've timed it. That's why I bought the house in this location, so that I could be on the highway in 5 minutes if need be. So she asked for the 5-minute start, and then off she goes. So as you've seen, this is a big house. The landscaping sucks, but it's a big house. So the 5-minute head start it's really something. The wedding guests, they do their thing. They wait 5 minutes. I assume the husband is just ready to blow his brains out.
Yeah.
But the wedding guests, they wait 5 minutes, and then they begin their hunt. They search the entire house. No one can find Anne. She's so good at hiding.
Yeah. Or she's ran a straight line for 5 minutes.
Wow. Wow. What a terrible thing to say. I bet she loved this marriage. So they look everywhere. They cannot find her. They search the entire house. And so, it doesn't take too long before Hugh is thinking, oh, fuck, did she run away?
Yeah.
And the guests are all telling him like, no
She
way.
totally
She
wouldn't.
loves you, dude. No.
She didn't tell me beforehand that she was going to do exactly this. It's
I don't
totally
have
not how
this
this
note in
works.
her handwriting. How did this get in my hand?
Yeah.
Who forged this? This is so weird. So, but she was in good spirit. So everyone's like, I don't think so. It didn't seem before this that she was gonna just run away from the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say you don't interrupt your march to the marriage bed with a game of hide and seek if you're just loving how this is going. So they keep searching. They cannot find Anne anywhere. And so eventually they come to realize, like, I think Anne ran away.
Yeah.
I don't think she's in this house anymore. And this makes Hugh pretty upset.
Yeah. He's been saving it up for a few years now.
Yeah. And now what's he gonna do with it? You know? He's very upset, and it seems like he did either love her or was so surprised that she didn't love him that he carried a torch for a long time. He spends the literal rest of his life searching for Anne.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's quite a game of hide and seek right there.
Yeah. Now Hugh is a wealthy
all-time seeker is what I'm hearing right now. This is all-time.
This is like these people who like decide with their friends from an early age, like, let's do an annual game of hide and seek.
Mm-hmm.
This whole game about it, right? Tag. Which is a good idea until someone takes it a little too far. And then you're like, well, this person did win, and
I did find their bones many decades later.
It is heartbreaking, but God, raise a glass because they did win. They really committed. So Hugh spends the rest of his life looking for her, and he's pretty wealthy on his own, and then he married into the Cope. The marriage happened, so he's also got now her money.
Right.
She's gone. People are like, well, I guess this is yours now. So he has a lot of resources.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And
He's crying on piles of money, basically.
Yeah. But he uses the resources to try to find her. Like he goes around, like literally, like goes around the world looking for her.
Yeah, it's like kind of a Gone Girl situation right here.
It's very like. Gone Girl. Fewer commuter trains, I think, but like otherwise, very Gone Girl.
Right.
Yeah. So he is looking for her, but he cannot find her. He spends his whole life. He can't find her. She's gone. Totally gone. He's despondent. 50 years after Anne's disappearance.
50. Oh my goodness.
50.
She's been running in a straight line.
She's in
for 50 years.
Fucking Hawaii, just under a banyan tree, just loving life. That's a pause that's not going to get cut. Sorry, everybody. But 50 years after her disappearance, Hugh, who is now, pretty old, he's, got to be at least 70 at this point. He's wandering the house, and he goes up to the manor's attic.
I've never checked the attic before. Maybe I should. It's been 50 years.
No, let's check here.
There's no way she would have hit up here, right? No way.
I mean, I'm sure they checked here before. What I assume, and this is just me, so based on my reading of the history and stuff, and I don't want to speculate too much, but I would assume like he's probably up there looking for his Christmas wreath, and if you use smart labels, then he wouldn't have to do that. He would just know where it was,
Yeah.
So
I put my ventriloquism dummy up here somewhere in one of these trunks.
Not a living dummy. It was actually based on the dummy of this guy. And he wants to cash in now that R.L. Stein has made that a thing. Anyway, he's in the attic. He's poking around, and he gets tired. So at one point, he leans back against a wall, and the wall opens, revealing a secret door.
Oh, no.
This door opens into a small room that he did not know. Again, this is not his family's house. It was her family house.
Right. But, I mean, he's been here for 50 years. This is...
Yeah, but how often do you lean against walls in your attic.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, this like the house is very clearly like the size of, again, like an office complex. So
Right. There's a lot happening
yeah,
there. So it opens into a small room. Now, inside the room is an elaborately carved wooden chest. Hugh opens the chest.
hmm
Inside, he finds the skeletal remains of a person wearing a wedding dress,
Oh no.
still holding the bouquet, which I assume at this point
Mhm.
is not much.
Yeah.
The chest had closed on her, and you know it's got those latch. So like,
Right. Sure. Of course.
she pulled
Yeah.
it closed, and the latch, and she couldn't open
Right.
it. And so he sees on the lid inside the chest scratch marks where she had tried to escape.
I mean, she won.
She is so, I mean, truly so good at hide and seek. She may be the best at hide and seek ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is a good, I think this is right. Like, I love hide and seek.
Sure. Of course.
Great game.
Mhm.
Now, there is a danger in being too good at hide and seek. And this story illustrates it quite well. You know, just know if you're hiding,
Mhm.
then just be aware of your surroundings and like,
Sure.
you
Yeah.
know,
You don't
hide
be like,
safely.
yeah, I'm gonna hide in the bottom of this well. Does that seem like a good idea? I don't know.
No.
I
I'm
mean,
going to hide in a chest that's behind a secret panel that literally no one else in his house knows exists in the attic.
not just that, but yeah, I'm gonna hide in a secret room and then hide in a chest inside of the secret room.
Yeah, the secret room is probably enough.
That's enough. That's enough right there.
Yeah. Got to know when to stop. Now, the fact that she went so deep into it,
Mhm.
again, doesn't speak well for her like excitement of being with you. So, yeah. It's,
Kind of a kick in the pants after 50 years. Like,
Yeah.
oh, she was. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I was very new to all this.
yeah. I do have some fun images to show you.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to hear.
Well, they're not photos. But here's one. Here's someone's drawing of her getting into a chest, which looks quite like a coffin.
It looks like one of those like sensory deprivation spas, though. You know, like you would
there's
lay
like
in
a nice
there,
like mist coming
salt
out
water.
of it. It's
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they're playing like very calming music. For
I bet she thought it would be pretty calm.
it ended up being, for a few minutes at least, very, very pleasant.
Yeah. That's one. And then here's another drawing of him finding her body 50 years later.
Less good. This is like the illustration of every Edgar Allan Poe story I've ever read my entire life.
Yeah, here it is.
So I'm seeing a man looks like Thomas Jefferson. Let's be honest. Opening up a coffin full of bones and a dress and screaming. So not cool.
And you know what? That's love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That I guess I would say it's bones, but that's fine.
It's bone love. Yeah, bone love. No, bone love is different. So I take that back. Since her death, there have been many accounts of a ghostly white lady passing through the fleur-de-lis room of the house, which is apparently where she ran through first on her sojourn into the attic, into a secret room, into a secret chamber that she killed herself in accidentally. Fun fact. And this is where Jeremy would put in a fun fact sound, but he's not here. But like, just imagine like there was like the crash.
Yeah.
Michael I of Romania was staying in that room, and he asked to be moved to another room because he was tired of being disturbed by the young woman in white who passed through his bedroom every night. The ghost of Anne Cope is most often seen on Christmas Day. She is pretty often seen on Christmas Day. And
Is she wearing one of like the little like the crowns? Probably not. Probably
sure,
not.
I say yeah.
But,
Sure, I don't know.
Sure,
Yeah,
yes.
why not? Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, Pat. Good question. Yeah, she is. She is 100%.
Good.
Yeah. So that's her life, and I don't know. Hey, we here at Is This a Ghost, we hope you had a better Christmas than Anne did.
I mean, if you're listening to the podcast, you probably did.
Yeah. Whatever you're celebrating this week or this season, we hope it's been a good one. This has been our Christmas episode. Again, unedited. I think it went okay. What do you think, Pat? Good?
I think it went
Not
great.
good?
Went a lot longer than expected, which is probably not good. But you
Yeah,
know,
so we're gonna cut it off pretty soon. But hey, happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us. And we'll see you again next week on an episode that we already recorded. What did you think about next week's episode, Pat?
it seemed pretty rough.
Okay, don't
Pretty
say
rough.
that. Okay, no, don't. Okay, forget you heard that. It's great, and we'll see you next week on Is This a Ghost? Did go a little longer than I thought. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Oh boy, it's 10:30, huh?
Whew.
So.